There was a lady some time ago that was riddled with whole body pain. She walked with crutches and struggled to dress. Her life became very dull and quite plain. She was constantly having to battle with the anxiety her symptoms brought, and her mood would regularly plummet too, no matter how hard she fought. All the medical tests were normal. Fibromyalgia was how she was branded. Filled with painkillers left to fester, she felt isolated, ignored, and stranded. But she still had a few friends that cared, and they talked her into a night out to see her favourite comedian, although she was filled with dread and doubt. How will I manage the journey into town? What if the seats hurt my back? Will my crutches fit in the taxi? Will the stairs cause a panic attack? These pals, however, were the supportive kind, and they'd taken care of everything. We'll hold you up if you're falling down. A sense of humour is all you need to bring. With some ginger movements and linking arms, she made it in to see the show. A raucous time was had by all. Laughter ensued, and tears did flow. It was a fantastic night out, her first one in an absolute age. Every moment was a treasure she soaked up from the man on stage. A short while later they were back outside, trying to retell all the jokes they'd heard, the ones that weren't all that good, and the ones that they most preferred. Then one of the friends noticed something wrong. Our lady's crutches were not to be found. "I've left them inside," she blurted, and promptly collapsed to the ground. This story and others like it make me confused about the pain. Where is it that it comes from when the physical is normal? Is the rest from our brain? Think about those who've lost a limb, despite the fact the foot ain't there. It occasionally itches, burns and throbs, causing irritation and much despair. So I decided to do a little experiment and test a theory I'd heard about mood, that pain was worse when we're very upset, and like the lady, better when we're good. I had an old half-Ironman tattoo that I wanted to improve to something more. Now that I had the full Ironman completed, the upgrade version was a goer. Enrique was the artist I called, from Edinburgh's watermelon tattoo. We discussed the type of doodles that I like. "Can you handle this?" He replied, "Can do." It wasn't long till I was lying on the couch, and the inking process then began, as I regaled stories of the triathlon, how I swam, cycled, and then ran. I was there for about 2 hours, and halfway through things got pretty sore. Circles were particularly taxing, and I wasn't sure I could handle much more. Then I thought, "You've done an Ironman," and remembered crossing the finish line. Next, the strangest thing happened. The pain suddenly seemed to be fine. I remembered that lady and her ordeal, and I wondered if she'd gone through the same. That when she was full of happiness, the joy and the laughter did kill her pain. I tried something I wouldn't recommend. I thought of a horrible and upsetting memory. The pain in my leg became unbearable, a cutting, peeling, tearing agony. I then brought to mind something happy, the delight I get when I'm with the kids, and my hurt went back to near zero. Back and forth for an hour I did this. There is no doubt in my mind that we can control pain without drugs, that there's techniques that sincerely work instead of taking endless pills like mugs. I appreciate that everyone is different, and what I'm saying some will find galling. Especially if you've had pain for years, you might feel my statements are appalling. I can't pretend to know what it's like to live locked in that cage all day, and I'm not saying that I've got the key, but can you see any truth in what I say? I do know that long-term drugs don't help. Taking handfuls of these can't be much fun, and while they might take the edge off, what bad effects are also being done? Is it any wonder the drug companies want you to live with insurmountability while they line their shareholders' pockets and rob you of your self-accountability? Consider next time you're taking your tablets if you'd rather swim, bike, or run. And have you truly no other options than swallowing medications one by one? I do agree that they have a place, and I'm definitely not trying to goad, but perhaps try exploring other alternatives and reducing your poor body's drug load.